So we are live, and so let's see how many people are watching this. So just need to check everything is working fine here before continuing with the stuff here. So let me just minimize this. Okay. Let me verify everything if it's working fine or not. Okay, so 18 people are watching, and that's great. And we got 13 likes as well. That's great. Get it going. So, okay. So the comments, more videos. Okay. Good evening, Naman. So, Telusko family. Yeah, hi. Good evening, everyone. We are live. And okay. So that's the echo. Okay. So 10 people are watching now. So yeah. So we'll discuss about the topic again. But before that, if you can share this link with your friends on Facebook, that will be awesome. So just let everyone know that we are doing this live stuff where you can learn different things. I wanted to update one more thing. You just have to go to my new play. Make sure that you subscribe to the new channel as well, because the future live sessions will be done there. Okay. So as you know, I've also informed that this live sessions will be going private, not private, but it will be going unlisted in future, since I'm not getting good response in a public way. So maybe I'm going for I will not be going for live session in public. So what I'm doing is the future live session will be, I'm planning to do it on the new channel, so that not everyone will be disturbed with this. So what you can do is you can just go to YouTube and search for Telusko Pro and make sure that you subscribe to that channel. Let me just go from here itself. So I will search for YouTube, and okay, so the channel name is Telusko. So we'll say Telusko Pro. Okay, so this is the channel, this one. So make sure that you subscribe this channel, because so all the future sessions will be maybe done on this channel. So I'm planning for that. So to be on safe side, just make sure that you subscribe both the channels, the Telusko Learning and Telusko Pro. Okay, great. So here we go. So okay, so yeah. So let's get back here, and okay, let's discuss what. Okay, so let's discuss what exactly will be the today's topic. So today's topic will be discussing about the code module. Now, again, we are not focusing on design here. We are focusing on the backend part of it. So whatever code I'm writing now, that is focused more on the coding part. That is focused more on the coding part, not on design part. Again, I'm planning to, I don't know how I can make designs better. So again, my team is working on design here. So let's see how that goes. And there's one more thing. Let me show you something. So the modules which we are going to see today is the code module. Now, as you know that the website is already there, right? So we are trying to redesign it with minimum bugs. In fact, I have seen that in my website also, I have lots of bugs. So we are trying to remove those bugs now. The thing is, I don't get much time to work on my project because of the online training and other stuff. So let's see how I can improve this website. So if you can see this website now, again, so people who don't know this stuff, what we are doing here. So basically, what I'm doing here is, I'm trying to redesign my website so that it will be having all the features which is already there. So you can see we have homepage here, and then we have video page, and in which you will see all the videos. In fact, maybe the next live session will be based on this one. How can you fetch all the videos from YouTube to this website? So as you can see, if I click on the see tutorials, these are coming from my database which I have created. But then I want this videos to be coming from the YouTube. Let's see how that goes. In today's module, what we are going to discuss is, okay, my internet is working very slow. Okay, so this is the module we are going to discuss today. So this is the code module. Now, why exactly I made this code module? For multiple reasons. So what you can just do is just go to this link and just have a look on your side as well. So I'm pasting that link in the chat window. Just go to that link and see how thing works. Okay. Okay, so that's weird. I'm getting a call here. Just cancel that. Okay, so just go to this link, the provided link in the chat window, and you will get the idea what I'm talking about. So if you go to this link, as you can see, we got. So why do we need a code page here? So what happens, since I have lots of videos on YouTube, sometimes people want the code as it is, so that they don't want to type the code. They just want to copy and paste the code. So the way you can do that is by go to this page, and this page will be having all the codes for all the videos. Again, I don't have all the codes right as of now, but then I need help of you as well if you can help me in this. So watch my videos and make a code. In fact, we have created lots of codes here, but then not everything is available. So once the website is deployed, you can just help me out for all the code or for all the videos. You can just if you can just contribute the codes by typing it. Okay, so yeah, so I can see there are lots of new people joining today, because this session I'm doing is after maybe 15 days. I'm going live. So maybe after 15 days I'm going live here. Okay, so what we are doing, so this is the 10th session for a live project. So what we are doing is we are building a Telusko.com project. So that if you can go to Telusko.com, which is my own website, so we are trying to redesign it. It is already there, but then I want to do two things. The first thing is I want to redesign it. Second, I want to teach people how to build a project. So this is the 10th session. So we already covered 9 sessions where we have made lots of modules. And in this project, we are using high-end frameworks in Java world. We are working on Spring Framework. We are working with Hibernate, and then we are also deploying the application on Amazon Web Services. And today will be focusing on code module. Okay, so what I need from code module. So if you can just see this page, so what I want is if I click on any particular topic, example, I'm clicking on Java now. Inside Java, we have lots of topics, right? Now, one of the topic is, let's say, okay, let's go for ternary operators, because everyone knows about this. If I click on this, it should give me description what exactly ternary operator is. It should give us the video. On the YouTube channel, we have the video as well, right? So it should give the video, and it will give you the code as well. Okay, and then it will give you the output and the logic. So what exactly the main logic for this code? Okay, so this is what we want, right? Now the question arises, where does all the information has? I mean, where do we have all this information? So this all information need to be stored in a database. So I have already created a database here, so I will show you the database right now in some time. Okay, so all this code, or I mean this description, this video link, this code will be coming from database. Now, as you know that we are using a Postgres database here. Okay, so yeah, so we got a question from Learn How. What is okay? How to send the code? So if you want to contribute, what you can do is make the codes, upload it on Google Drive or Dropbox or maybe GitHub, and share us the link so that we can use it. Maybe GitHub will be preferable, because it will teach you two things. The first thing is how to use GitHub, and then how do you share projects with other people. So that's one thing we can do. Okay, so as I can see, we have 51 people watching this live, and only 30 likes. So if you are enjoying this, make sure that you click on the like button, right? And if you're not, just wait and watch. Okay, so what I will do now is, let me first of all, let me show you the database which we are working with. So we are working with Postgres, as you know, and inside this Postgres, we have a Telusko database in which I have created which database we are working with. So let me just check that. So if I use STS, and if I go for database, let me just verify that. So I will open SRC here, and in this we have WebINF. Okay, so as you can see, for local, we are using Postgres and we are using Telusko. So in the Postgres, I should be having a code table, which I cannot see here. Okay, and let me just refresh this and refresh, and okay, you can see we got a table which is code table, right? So I want to fetch all the data from this code table. So in this code table, what do we have? So if I see columns, okay, if I see columns here, and you can see we got CID, we got CNAME, description, code, output, logic, PID, and video. Now let's discuss what exactly this table means. Now, when I say CID is basically a primary key here because every table needs a primary key to work with, right? So CID will be a primary key here. Again, this is a surrogate key, which, okay, what exactly surrogate key is? Now, if you don't know about difference between natural key and surrogate key, so natural key is something which means, okay. Example, if you have a table, in your table, if you have any unique column, example, email IDs, phone numbers, in that case, if you are making that column as a primary key, it becomes a natural key because you already have a column and you're just making that column as a primary key, right? The another way is, let's say if you have a table and if you don't have any unique column, so what you will do is you can create one more column which will be having all the unique values, and you can do that with the help of a surrogate key. So in this case, if we talk about this CID, we don't need this column because this is an extra column, but then we don't have a choice. We don't have any column here which is unique. So I'm making this CID as a unique column, okay, which is a primary key here. Then I got CNAME. Now CNAME will be having the code name, encapsulation, ternary operator. Then we'll be having description, of course, right? Because when you see a topic, you also want to know the description for that. Then we need a code, the exact code we need. In fact, if you can see in the earlier module, we were having the code as well. But the problem is the code, it doesn't have the line numbers, right? So I want the line numbers here as well. Okay, now how to get that we'll see later. So I want the line numbers here, and okay, so I also want output the logic TID. Now what is TID? If you look at this code, if you look at this page, so if I click on Java, we got all these topics, right? So for different topic, example for Java, we have all this topic. For JDBC, I have DAO example 1, DAO example 2. For servlet, we have do get, do post, addition of 2 numbers. So if I click on this code, so you can see we got the code as well, right? Now for this code, the TID is is this one, which is addition of 2 numbers. Is it that one? You clicked on? Yeah, addition of 2 numbers, right? So this is what we wanted, right? So if I click on this, so it belongs to servlet, right? So servlet becomes your TID here. So different topic will have different codes. So we also need TID. Again, we have not created the topic table yet. We don't need that for this example. Again, we'll make a topic table, we'll insert data there. I will be doing that in the backend. Okay, so I'll be sharing this code on GitHub for you. So maybe after this session, in next 1 hour, we'll be having a project on GitHub. Okay, so let's continue this. Now let's see how to do this. Now, first of all, I do have this data in the database. Let me show you how to fetch that. So what I can do is I can simply go to my query tool. So I don't know if you know about okay, so if you know about MySQL or Postgres, you can use any database here, but I'm using Postgres here. And if I click on query tool, so I can say select, I don't know if you can see that font size. Let me just increase the font size here. There's no option there. Okay, ignore that. So I will say select star from question, not from questions. Select star from code, right? And if I run this query, as you can see, we have the entire table created here. So I got approximately 18 codes already built. So you can see we got the topic CNAME, we got description for that, we got the code, we got okay, what else we have? So if I scroll, you can see we got output, we got logic, we got TID, we got video link as well. Now this is basically a video link. So because of this video link, we are getting that frame, the video frame there. And if I play that video, it will work. So I would suggest you to go to this page and just play a video just to get a feel that it does work. Okay. So we want to build the same thing. So what I will do here is I will go back to my code. Again, we are not focusing on the design now. So if you can help me with the design, just enter this design. But then what I want to do here is I don't want to display a design. I just want to fetch this data. That's important for me. Now for that, I will go to my Spring. Okay. Now, people who don't know this, if you are new to this, so we are using a Spring framework here, Spring and Hibernate together. If you don't know Spring and Hibernate, I would not recommend you to watch this session because you will not understand anything. So what the prerequisite for these sessions is, again, Spring and Hibernate. So again, I'm saying this because I can see there are lots of people, they are new to this session. Okay. So what else we need here? So first of all, whenever a user sends a request, now what is the URL we have to work with? So as you can see, if I go back to my Firefox, this is the URL which you want to work with. So I will call for telusko.com, but to be specific, to call the code page, the URL is code.htm, and we have to pass this thing. We have to pass the C name, and we have to pass the topic name as well. Now, if you can pass that value, then only it will work. How do you pass this value? How can you pass code name? And first of all, we have to provide the link, right? So I need a controller here who can accept this request. Now, if I run this project, let me just run this project first. I will say right click and say new. Okay, I will not new. I will say run on server. The moment I do that, and if I click on the server here, Tomcat, if I click on finish, I just hope there's no background process running so that this will work. Let me close my Eclipse, which is running already there. Okay, let me just run this server once again, right click and run as on server. Okay, so server is running, and you can see, let me just take the output window on here. So when I request for the task, it will give you the home page. What I want here is if I call code.htm, it should work. So as you can see, the code.htm link is currently not working. So I'm requesting for that. Okay, let me just restart the server. It is working. I don't know, maybe I've done this before. Okay, so I'm rerunning the project here because, okay, let's rerun that. And this is the thing, when you work on servers, it takes some time to load. Okay, by the time it loads, you can see this will not work. So we have to create a controller, right? Now, if you know Spring Framework, that's how we work. We create a controller there. Now, how do we create a controller? So what I will do here is in my controller package, which is com.telusko.task, I will create a new controller, and I will say, okay, this is a class, a normal class, and this class will be named as code controller. Again, we could have done that in index controller itself, but then I'm creating a code controller here, and I don't need a main function there. So we got a code controller. Now in this code controller, what I want is whenever I send a request for code.htm, there should be something which will work, right? Okay, so let me just verify that once again. And okay, it's running. Okay, you see that we got 404 because we don't have code.htm there, right? So we want to make it work. So what I will do is I will create a controller. Now this controller will have a method which will accept your request. Now how do we do that? So again, I could have I could type everything, but then instead of wasting much time in typing, what I will do is, first of all, I will just make this as a controller. So I will say controller, federate controller. So we got a controller here, and since we are working with Spring MVC, which is, so we'll also use enable web MVC. Okay, now I don't know if you can see the font here. Let me just increase the font a bit. Okay, so what I want here, so when I request for code.htm, it should return the value, right? Now, how it will work. So instead of typing everything, what I will do is I will just copy paste this. So I already built a code here, and I will copy paste that code for you. And okay, so let me just copy that code and paste that here. And I will tell you also what exactly this means. So what I'm doing here is whenever I request for code.htm, so whenever I request for code.htm, what it should do is it should first of all call this method, which is getCode, right? And it will request for the CNAME. Now see, when you send a request, now even if you go to the earlier website, when you send a request for code.htm, you have to also pass the CNAME, right? I mean, which code you need, right? So that's what we are doing here. So we are mentioning, hey, I'm calling for code.htm, and then I'm passing a CNAME. Now with that CNAME, you have to fetch the particular code. So what I'm doing here is, okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm creating a code DAO. Again, why we need a DAO layer? Because we want to fetch data from database, right? So we've got a DAO layer here, and we got a code class. But again, I have not created this class yet. I'll be creating that class soon. Now, once you got all the codes, you will set those codes in a list object, and then I'm passing that object which will be showed on the next screen, right? Okay, so first of all, it will not give you list of code, it will give you only one code. Okay, let's see how that goes. Okay, as you can see, there's something missing. So let me import the package for model and view, and let me just do that. So okay, so it will asking for the list, which is java.util.list. And now it is not able to find the code page. So what I will do is I will create a code also, not Kodak. Okay, so we need a code DAO here. Now first of all, we need a code DAO. Now how do we create a code DAO class? So in this DAO layer, as you can see, I don't have any code DAO. We do have question DAO. We got feedback DAO. Let me also create a code DAO. So I'll right click here and say, hey, create a new class, and I will name the class as code DAO. And in this code DAO, I want to interact with the database, right? So again, instead of typing that code, I already have a code with me. And if you remember, we are working with Hibernate here. So somewhere we have to use Session Factory. Now, I'm just assuming that you have seen all my earlier videos to get the link of it. That's the prerequisite, right? Because I cannot teach you everything from scratch in the 10th session. Okay, so I'm just pasting it here. So I already written this code. And this code is almost similar to the code which we have written before. Right? So we have done with the question, we have done with the feedback. This is almost the same code, right? So I've pasted the thing here. So I will say this is @component. Okay, let me just import the package for everything. So we got the package for Hibernate query, we got the package for util, we got the package for transactional, we got the package for session, right? So we have to import all the packages. And then I'm using a Hibernate query here. We are saying from code where CName is equal to name. Again, there's one change. Instead of returning a list, what we can also do is, see, we are not returning a list of values, right? We're returning only one value. So we could have done this also. So instead of fetching the entire list, we can fetch only one code. So I will say code C equal to q.unique results, because whenever you have only one result, we can go for unique results because it will give you only one value. And then we'll return that C here. And instead of returning the entire list, we'll return one single code. Even this will work. Even this should work. So I'm returning one code. So just try to understand this. What I'm doing here is when I send a request for code controller, the code controller will send a request to DAO layer and say, hey, DAO, give me the code. DAO says, OK, I will interact with the database, and I will fetch that one unique row for you. Because in one row, we have the description, we have a code, everything. And that we are returning here. So if I go back to controller, what we are doing here is we don't want entire code. We just want one code. So timing, what I will do is I will remove this. I don't want a list. I want a single code. Okay. In fact, I think I should type this instead of copy paste. So what I'll do is I will say MV. So I want to call which page, because I have not created the JSP here. Okay. So JSP, I will say set view name, and I will be calling a page which is, so the page name would be code.jsp. So page name would be code.jsp. And the next thing I want to set is I want to fetch that value, right? Now, how do you fetch the value? So first of all, we need object of code DAO. Let me just do that here. So I will say code DAO. Again, we could have created, in fact, we should be using the annotation way, right? So I'll be using, so I will copy this code from somewhere else. And that's how you work on a project, right? You don't have to type everything by yourself. You should take help. So as you can see, the question controller was using auto-wired question DAO. The same thing will be done in code controller. So what I will do is I will say code DAO, code DAO, then C DAO equal to or not equal to. But I want to write @auto-wired so that I will get that stuff. So I will get this object, which is code DAO. Okay, now this seems good. Now, once you got this object, what you can do is you can fetch the data. We can actually fetch the data now. Okay, now how do we do that? Okay, so once we got the code, let's say it will return the code. I will say code C equal to CDAO dot get code, and will pass the name. So whatever name we have, it is CName in this case. I will pass that, and what I will get is the code, right? So in the MV object, I will say add object, and I will pass the object as code, and we are passing C. Right, so we are passing C, and that's it. So when you call this JSP, you will get this code there. But then question arises, will it work? Okay, so instead of first calling JSP, I just want to check if everything is working or not. So what I will do is I will print the code here itself. So I will say system.out.println, and I will print the code as well, so that at least in the console we'll get something, right? So that's the first issue we have. The second issue is in the code. Where's the code now? Oh, we have not created the code yet. Okay, so I guess it is importing the wrong package. Here as well, this is importing a wrong package, and that's why you have to be very focused on your imports, right? It is importing a wrong package. So what I will do is I will create a code page as well. So I will right click here, I will say new, a class, and this class will be a code class. Okay, by the time I'm typing all this code, you can use the chat window and let me know if you're getting something or nothing, because I know that a lot of you people are new to this session. So make sure you watch the earlier videos as well, because those videos are very important. Okay, so I already have a code page here. I already have a code. Okay, that's weird, right? Codes. And since we are using Hibernate, I'm using add entity and I'm using add ID. Okay, we require Java skill set as well. Okay. I don't even know if everyone is there. I can see 23 people are watching this and 48 likes. I don't know if you are really watching this. Okay, so we got a code here, and I will go back to my code controller, and now let's import the package. So I will say Control-Shift-O, and now can you see that it is importing the code? So earlier it was importing a wrong package. So that was our bad, right? We got code as well. So what I will do is, as you can see, we got toString method as well. So instead of getting JSP first, I just want to verify whether everything is working. Now, sometime, in Spring MVC project, you do get some problems. So best way is to clean your project before running. Again, you can directly run this code, but most of the time it gives you that cache problem. You already have this project and something is not working. So it's best to clean the project before running it. Okay, so the project is clean now, and let me just go to the browser to verify whether everything is working. Not this one, the Chrome one. Okay, where is that? So I will say right click, because I have multiple code window open here. Okay, so as you can see, if I request for code.htm now, and this time we got an error. It says unsatisfied dependency expressed for CDAO. So CDAO is not able to find it. Oh, okay, that's weird. Why it is not able to find CDAO? Because maybe on the CDAO, we still have error here. Okay, there was still the error, and that's why it was giving you the problem. Now I guess there's no error. I hope. Why are you still showing an error there? Okay, error, go away. Come again another day. Okay, where is the error? Okay, let me just clean this project once again, because this is the problem, in Java world. You do have errors, but you don't get errors, and when you don't have errors, you get the errors. Okay, so I'm cleaning this project now, and let's see how that works. Let me just go back to my thing and say run. I hope it will work this time. Oh, yeah, can you see that it worked? It is also asking for the CNAME. Okay, I failed to specify CNAME there. So what I'll do is I will say CNAME, a code.htm CNAME equal to time, and I will use encapsulation because I know that I do have this data in the database. I will say enter. And this time you can see it is giving you error, which is code.jsp. Of course, right? We have not created that page yet. So of course it will give you the exception. It will give you 404. But what I want to verify is in the console window, are we getting output? Yes. Can you see that? We got the CNAME, we got the code where you have the CID as 55, you got the CNAME as encapsulation, you got the description as well. The only thing which you have to do now is you have to display this on the screen, on the JSP, right? Oh, how can we do that? Now, first of all, we need a JSP page. So instead of getting that entire, okay, I do have a JSP page which is already created. I don't know if the CSS will work or not, because as you know, I'm damn good with HTML. I know that's the irony. I don't know HTML, but okay. So what I will do is I will copy this code. In fact, I already have a JSP code available with me, which is the design from the old project. So, okay, so I will just copy that. Let me just do that. So I'm copying the entire JSP page, which is a very lengthy page. I will tell you the important point and important links from that. Okay, don't worry. If you want this code, this project will be uploaded on GitHub in 1 or 2 hours. So you can pull the project from there. Okay, a very lengthy code. So the JSP which I'm copying now actually has lots of boilerplate codes in it. So let me just create that JSP. I will say I want to create a code.jsp, and I'll be doing that where I have all the JSP. So that is in my web.inf file. And the page I want to create now is your JSP page, and this would be code.jsp. Instead of typing everything, I will say simply select all and paste. As you can see, we already have a JSP page here. Okay, I will already written the code. And okay, which is this code page? Oh, that's weird. I don't know what I've pasted here. Okay, let me just run this. Let's see what happens. I will go back to my Chrome and let's say enter again. Okay, can you see that it was able to find the code page, and you also got the code here, right? Now this code is actually coming from database. Example, if I click on palindrome, oh, it says error. If I click on encapsulation, it says error. So it is not able to find the code. Okay, the reason for that is, I guess I'm using a wrong link in the code. Okay, let me just go through what is happening here. Okay, just close this one. Or instead of that, what we'll do is time in. Let's ignore this design. So if you can help me with the design, to send me the design here. What I will do is I will use the earlier JSP, and here itself I will print everything. Now the way you can print that is by saying the CID colon, and we'll say dollar. I want to print the code. Code dot. I want to print what? I want to print. First of all, I want to have to enable that is EL ignored false. Yes, because I'm working with EL now. Okay, so I will say code down. So I want to fetch the CID of the code, right? Then I want to fetch. I want a new line. Okay, then I want to print the code. Okay, let's just verify this one. If you can work with this, everything will come for sure. And then we'll print a BR here. The last one I want to print the maybe link. Okay, so whatever link will print video. So we'll say colon and we'll print video. Again, you can just display that in a good design. Even that will work. Right. So basically, I'm working on the backend part of it. And again, this module is actually very, very cool, very easy to work with. Is it video, which I'm working with? Let me just verify. If I go to code, yes, it's video. So as you can see, it's video. So we are fetching CID, we are fetching the code, and we are fetching the video, nothing else. I think it should work. It should work. Let me just go back to my thing here, and if I say enter now, okay. As you can see, it is able to find everything. We got the name. It is not able to find the URL. That's weird. It's not able to find the video for that link. Okay. Oh, I should be using iframe for that. Oh, okay. So again, the design issues are there. But nothing wrong with the code. So it will work if you are using iframe, if you can display that in iframe, because the code which we have deployed on the server, this thing here is an iframe. Okay, the video which is playing here. That's where this is a very old video of mine. I guess this video is this video made in 2014. I guess 3 years back. When I was having some hairs on my head. So if I say view page source, Okay, and okay, so I'm using iframe there. As you can see, I'm using iframe there. So if I can use the same thing, that it will work. Right. I think I can do that. So let me just copy this. I don't know, will it work with iframe? As you know that I'm very bad with HTML. Let's try this out. Okay, so I'm using an iframe, and instead of this link, so this link will be replaced by dollar symbol. So I will replace this. And okay, that's weird. Okay, this will be dollar. This will be dot video. I don't know, will it work or not? Let's try now. Let's go back to there. Not this one. The page and say enter. Oh, it's not still not able to find that link. What's wrong with that? Okay, let's verify what exactly the link which is coming there. Oh, the link is half. Oh, that's the issue. We are not getting the complete link here. I guess there's something wrong with the data. Let me just use some other thing. So instead of using this link, let me just fetch this one. Each of two numbers. Of course, Telusko will work. I want to fetch only this part of this. So I will say copy, and let's go back there and paste the C name. Enter. Oh, there's something wrong with the link. Again, I will let me figure it out what the problem with the link. Again, the code will be uploaded on GitHub. There's something wrong with the link which is coming from the database. Maybe I just have wrong links in the database. I don't know what's going wrong there. I'm actually printing that link in the console so that I can verify. Yeah, we are getting a link here, but what's wrong there? Oh, it is only it is incomplete link. Oh, there's something wrong with the database code here. Okay, so we'll figure it out. There's something wrong with the database. I guess the varchar which we are using is not there perfectly. Okay, what I can do is, just for time being, I can fetch the video which is playing here. So I will say right click, copy embedded code, and I will replace that with my actual code here. Because if this can be fetched from database, okay. Just have to replace this link with the database link, because there's something wrong with the database link there. And if I go back and if I say run now, okay, so that it is working. So there's something wrong with the link. Okay, so we got CNAME, we got CID, we got the code. I mean the code name, and then we are getting the link, the video link as well, right? So that's how you can fetch this. Again, this was the easiest module of all the things we are working. In the future modules, we'll be working on how can you fetch all the videos from the YouTube. That is a bit challenging for me because everything is designed with the help of JavaScript. And after that we are focusing on login registration with the help of Spring Security. Now, okay, so Spring Security is an awesome way of securing your web application using login credentials. So let's see how that goes. Again, if you want to learn this, I mean, if you want to be part of this live session in future as well, you just have to make sure that you subscribe this channel, which is called as Telusko Pro. Okay, so this is our new channel. So in future session will be done on this channel. So you have to make sure that you subscribe this channel, because this is a pro channel. Because I don't want to disturb everyone on Telusko Learning by doing this live session, because not everyone want to learn Java. I mean, not everyone want to learn Java from start to end, right? So if you are interested, subscribe the channel, because this channel is for pro people only, right? So if you're a beginner, stay with Telusko Learnings. If you want to be a pro in Java, subscribe this channel. So that's it, guys. That's it from this. From this, we have talked about. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen with you, right? That's weird. Okay, so I would recommend you to go for Telusko Pro. Search for Telusko Pro on YouTube. to subscribe this channel, because this is the channel which will be having all the latest videos. I mean, especially the live sessions. That's it, guys. In fact, yeah, that's it. That's it from this session. I hope you learned something from it. Okay, so to completely understand what we have done till now, you have to watch my previous videos. And that's it. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next live session, which will be next week, probably on Monday. Monday or Tuesday will update you in the group. So if you want to get updates, when do you get all these live sessions? I'm sharing the project link. So once the session gets over, I will share the project. I will share the Facebook group link in the chat window. And so you have to be a member of that group, so to get the updates and to get the code as well. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, Telusko Pro is a new channel, if you are confused about that. So let me stop the recording from here. This video will be also uploaded on the Pro channel. And let me stop the broadcasting as well. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching.